Hey everyone, welcome back to Indicted TV. I'm your host Negra. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. Before we start, we got to give a shout out to my sponsors, Royalty Honey. Keep it hard, guys. And if you don't want to be on my channel and you want to stay home, make sure you hire Attorney Rosenberg. Also, Happy New Year's, you guys. Today is January 1st. And I do want to wish everybody lots of blessings, start a fresh new year, focus on yourself. I'm not really setting any goals or resolutions or any of that. I'm just gonna shut my mouth and continue to work. Basically, just continue doing what I'm doing. That's mainly my main focus is just keep doing what I'm doing. Nothing too crazy. Today, it's just gonna be myself and my husband, Eyekon. He's going to be asking me a few questions. And we're basically just going to talk about the holidays, doing time while it's, Christmas or New Year's. And, yeah, that's basically about it.
Well, how many holiday seasons have you actually spent in jail, even if it includes juvie, county, camp, or even prison, obviously?
I believe in total, maybe about 8 years. 8 years, 8 different ones, including the juvenile hall ones, and even just being in at a rehab, or at.
So which one happened first? Was it the rehab or the juvenile hall one?
The juvenile hall.
And what juvenile hall were you at?
I was at East Lake.
And how was it? And how old were you?
I think I was 14, 15. About 14.
And how was it being a young teen spending the holidays in juvenile hall?
I have to say, I feel like juvenile hall Christmas was the only Christmas that I felt like I was missing something, but I felt like I was more missing not even my family, my mom, because she always works those days, but mainly oh man, I'm missing out. I'm not hanging out with the guys outside. I feel like that's what I was way more concerned about than family, which is completely different than now where I'm at in general. I didn't care to spend Christmases with my family when I was a teenager whatsoever. My mom did visit me. It was those times where your family was able to bring in your hygiene, your lotions, your conditioner, shampoos, soap, hairspray. Obviously it would be in a brown bag, and every weekend your family was able to come and bring you your stuff, your hygiene, not food, but your hygienes. I don't really remember the food, but yeah, honestly, I really don't remember. It's been so long how the food was there. But I have to say that was my first holidays not at home.
What did you do that particular time to be in juvenile hall?
It was my first time ever going to jail. And I got in trouble for GTA and robbery. We stole the pizza man's car.
Oh, that was the pizza man time?
Yes, that was the pizza man time.
For those of you that are not familiar with the pizza man story, please refer to episode 1 ever of Indicted, where Negra tells her entire story.
Yes.
So what was it like the next holiday season as an adult, I'm assuming? Or was it the rehab, or now was it county?
No, it was, I don't think I've ever spent a Christmas or any holiday in the county jail.
So what were you in rehab for?
Was on meth.
And how old were you when you were in this particular rehab? Inpatient, outpatient?
Inpatient.
Fire.
Yeah, inpatient. I was already a little older because I already had my son. So I probably 20, 21. That yeah, I was about 20, 21. I already had my son. I was in rehab, and I actually put myself in rehab. I wasn't for the courts. I put myself in rehab, trying to get myself together so that when I did go to court, because they took my son from me that time.
For what?
I was actually in the car. We were driving, and I had an AK and my son in the back seat.
Where was the AK at?
In the front.
You thought you were hard?
I wasn't thinking anything, obviously. I wasn't thinking anything. That was like the dumbest thing that I ever even did. But that's where I was at. Like mentally, I wasn't okay. I thought I was okay. And we were supposed to be going to Disneyland.
What time was it when they busted you?
I don't really remember. I think it was like 8, 9. It was traffic in the freeway.
In the morning?
No, at night.
You were going to Disneyland at night.
I was going to go get a hotel room. Like, I was going to stay at the Disney hotel with my son. And I guess I was kind of like moving around. Whatever. The cop, I guess, pulled me over and seen that. So that was that.
And how was that in that instance when they were taking your son away from you and arresting you?
That's all I really cared about. Just my son. I didn't care about me. Like the whole thing, he was asleep through the whole process. They just took him straight to my mom. Like my mom met them halfway, and I went. They took me to the county.
So they didn't necessarily take him away. They just gave him to your mom.
Yeah, they just gave him to my mom. And I knew that so they took me to the county, and I was there. Got on probation again. Like I didn't really even do time. Like I told them, check the. I kind of fought it because it was like, okay, I didn't have no fingerprints. It was none of like.
So then, how did you get to the rehab?
Oh well, they let me out, and I searched, and I wasn't even allowed to be at my mom's house. Like I was like kind of like homeless for that period of time. I had to find my way to the rehab. Because my mom wouldn't let me come visit. She wouldn't let me be in the house because obviously I shouldn't be there. Because she didn't want to risk her losing him over me. So whatever, I worked myself over. I put myself in rehab so that when I did go to court for, my son, I was already showing them that I was doing better, that I was trying to help myself, that, I was mentally not all right because technically I wasn't okay. Like, come on, who does that? Who drives with their kid in the back seat with an AK? Like, who does that? Like, nobody in their right mind. So whatever, it was time to go to court. Anyway, so I'm in rehab. I'm getting myself together. It's Christmas time. They're having it's like they have like functions, like the dance. It's like you're just basically just in rehab, and you have your family come visit you. You're not able to leave your house. My mom didn't visit me, which was totally understandable. I wouldn't expect her to visit me. She's with my son, and that's that experience there. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was
Did you call them that time to see, to wish them Merry Christmas?
Oh, yeah, I would call them. I would call them every day. Mind you, my son was small, so it's not like he really talked or any of that. It wasn't.
How was the food in rehab?
It was actually pretty good. It was just like a normal dinner, like Christmas dinner, because we're out in the streets, so it's not like we didn't have.
It wasn't cafeteria food.
No, it wasn't cafeteria food.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't cafeteria food. It was real food.
And if you could recall, how did you, were you sad all day? Were you just cool? Like how were your emotions?
Well, I was messed up all the way around because now I'm sobering up. Reality is hitting me. I've caused so much chaos in my house, which I'm the only one that ever causes chaos in my house. Putting my mom through this, my son through this. Like my mom works so much, and it's like I have to mess everything up. Like literally, always have to mess everything up for everything, and it's like everything is hitting me. So it's not more like I wasn't sad that I wasn't able to be with my mom. I was more messed up of everything that I caused towards them. And now my son is there, going through all this unnecessary feelings or whatever, that just like that.
All right. So moving on, since you didn't spend any county time in the holidays, what was it like for your very first holiday in the feds or in MDC, wherever you were?
All right. So I did have family visits. Obviously, I got indicted in May. And so by the time it was by the time it was Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, I was already almost 100% myself, because obviously I was sober now. Even though when I got indicted, I was super methed out, like I was in. Now I was able to be myself, and now I have a little bit of weight on me. Now my mom comes to visit me once a week, brings my son. This is obviously a couple of years later. My son's already 5 at that time. And when I went to rehab, my son was like 2. So, it's just a little different. Like now my mom's seeing the little changes in me. I'm just more of Cristina, someone that they're not used to seeing, because I was a mess. Like I was literally a mess. Mentally, physically, the way I looked, my skin. And I wasn't a picker. But my hands would get like really dry. Like my mom would say, like, that's how my mom would know when I wasn't okay, just by looking at my hands, my skin, just really dry, like alligator skin, just rough, just ugly. And she would visit me more often. Like she would bring, because it was like contact visits. We would be able to see our friends when we had the Christmas holiday, like our Christmas visits, because everybody else would come and visit, their families would visit them too. The food wasn't so great, because obviously it's probably cafeteria, but I don't know. I don't feel like I necessarily ever really had the blues for the holidays, if that makes any sense. Obviously, I miss my family, but I guess I just accepted the fact that this is what it was.
I understand that when people are in jail, everyone's programming, trying to make the best of their time. So I get what you're saying about that. What was it that you guys were doing to help, like, lighten the mood?
Well, we had like we would cook together.
Is this the first time?
Yes, at MDC. At MDC, we drank.
Who made the pruno? I don't need a name.
The guys downstairs.
Oh, and they send it up.
Or one of the ladies there. She was really good at doing it. And we would just, we sit down, we would eat together.
Because this is a dorm setting, or is this like a tier?
Tiers.
So what is it, like a 6-man cell or 8-man cell?
No, it's just 2.
Oh, so you were in your cell, just a 2-man cell.
Well, in the morning, working like throughout the day, because we didn't go in till like, I believe 7 or 8. Because it was 8 o'clock stand-up time, or 9 o'clock, whatever. So it was like 7 o'clock, but 7, 8, we would get locked in. But prior to that, we would be out, hanging out, talking. We had our music. So we listened to...
Oh, like the day room.
Yeah, in the day room or in the rec area, which was outside. And then the guys were right next door to us. So we would be able to talk to them, like things like that. We would dance. We did like a... what is it called when you... like a concert type of thing?
Sure.
Like everybody would like sing or dance.
A talent show?
Yeah, there you go. Like a talent show. But it would be like the whole MDC. So the guys would do it too. And it was like a video type of thing.
How was everyone able to see each other? You fools were like in an auditorium or some shit?
No. Just...
You guys were just at Yard?
Yeah, but everybody had a camera, so everybody would be able to see the TVs. Like every unit or every floor had was doing it, so we would that's how we saw.
And the guards had you fools all broadcasting to see each other.
Yeah.
And so what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
You didn't win the talent show?
No. Well, I was locked down for that part.
Why?
Because I got in a fight.
With who?
With my friend.
For what?
For alcohol.
So you guys were fighting over alcohol?
She drank my shit. I was coming up from a visit. And when it was time for me to, like, I was supposed to have like 2 big cups, and there was only like half of one. So we got in a fight. That's, you know what I mean? That was just that. So her and I were locked down for that. Because obviously, they try to spread out the events.
How much did you pay for the alcohol?
I didn't.
So you're fighting over free shit?
Oh, no, I sent shit. I fished. I send it.
Oh.
Like, I put the work in. She pulled it out. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like that was that. So that's the kind of things that they did. We would hang out, we would cook, we would dance, listen to music, we would sing, things like that. That's really mainly all you could really do when you're incarcerated.
Did they separate the two of you guys after that incident, or she was still your cellie?
No, we were never cellies.
Oh.
This happened in her room, though.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we were never cellies, but we were cool, you know? She was locked down and I was locked down. And then after we were able to, once we were out of lockdown, we were still chilling.
All right. So that was your first Holiday Inn?
Yeah.
So you were on lockdown, technically?
Kind of, yes.
One of the days.
One of the days.
What days were you on lockdown?
I think it was after the New Year's.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was still like holiday.
Guys, I'm assuming, obviously, it's lights out by midnight. So how did you guys celebrate the countdown?
Well, we were in our rooms. We have our own light in the room.
Oh, I see.
Like we have our own flicker. We could turn off and turn on our light.
All right.
And then we have the guys, so we could talk to them in the van. Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year's. We have our Walkmans. We have a time.
Oh, because it was like Walkman with radio signal, not just tape.
Only radio.
Oh.
So we programmed. We
so
listened to Art
then you heard
LeBeau.
the fucking countdown on the radio from whatever station. So you're listening to Power 106 all day.
Power 106, Art LeBeau on Sundays, like all of that.
All right. And was that the only holiday you spent at MDC?
That was the only year I spent at MDC.
What would you say was the craziest thing you experienced at MDC during the holidays?
I don't really think.
Did a batch of pruno explode when you were fishing it, or like what?
No. Honestly, I feel like just watching drunk girls be drunk dancing, and with the peephole open so that the guys could see, and the girls like flashing them. You know, that's like the craziest thing. We didn't really.
Did you ever flash anybody through the peephole?
No, I would just show my feet.
That's weird.
I'm just kidding. No, it was cool. I'm gonna take off my socks. No, I didn't never flash. I've never been a flasher girl. Like I've never been like one of those, you know, look at me. Never. I've never been that way.
Sounds like Cap. So
that is not Cap.
What was the next location that you spent a holiday at?
I would.
Didn't you go to like Oklahoma or some shit?
Yeah, but that was in transit. So I got transit. No, I was in Minnesota already by then.
Huh. And what was your holiday like in Minnesota in the snow for the holiday season?
Honestly, it was super cold. Like I've never experienced cold like that. It was honestly, we had talent shows there too.
Did you make snow angels in the snow?
No, it's too cold. Like it was literally, we're in Minnesota. It's like one of the coldest states.
What month had you arrived in Minnesota so I could understand? So the people at home.
Oh, okay. So I got to Minnesota like in August.
Oh, so you were settled in by Christmas.
Yes.
So what was it like there then?
So for the holidays, it would only be like half day for the workers, like for the kitchen. So we would get like, we would go, but right there, the food was really good. I think I even had steak. Or like a piece of we had turkey, like real food. It was cafeteria food, obviously, but it was made by us.
So needless to say, because
we got shrimp.
So you've done county time clearly. So it's safe to say that the Fed food is much better than the county food.
Oh,
at
yes.
At that time, at least.
At that time, yes. Oh, yes. Because remember, guys, this is about already almost 15 years ago.
Uh-huh.
No, I think we even had shrimp shrimp and like steak with like mash. And then we would have like our fountain drinks, not like soda or whatever, but like, you know, like a real drink.
Fair enough.
And then that would be like for lunch. And then we would have to come back and every unit would take their turns going and we would get like the sack lunch for dinner. But obviously for dinner, we would have our own dinner in the yard or wherever we were at, you know? Mm-hmm. But we did have talent shows and we didn't win. I didn't win. Not like talent shows, but like, you know.
And what'd you do this time?
I always sang. It's what I did.
What song did you sing?
It's my favorites, Ana Gabriel or like Alicia Keys. I always used to sing. That was like my thing. Like that's something I would always look forward to. And the girls, it was like cute. It was honestly, it was nice. Like it was love. And for there, like when I was in Minnesota, like I don't think people made pruno there. I don't think people got drunk there. They would just kind of take more pills. Like they would make the lean type of vibe, but like with a gang of Benadryl and like chop up whatever pill it was.
So you were all bennied out too?
No, maybe like once or twice or whatever, but...
Sounds like you
Cap?
did it a lot.
No. I didn't like. I'm not a lean person. Like I'm a hype. Remember, I'm full of energy. I don't like to. I don't like that. It's not my vibe.
Did you ever see anyone overdose off of Benadryl during the holiday season?
No, I've never. No, everybody's just like vibing in the TV room, watching a movie, just vibing in the TV room. Like every floor has a TV room. Every unit has like 2 TV rooms where the laundry is.
What were they airing on the televisions, if you could recall?
I don't remember.
What was it like, the countdown? Did you guys open presents or anything? Did you guys gift giving?
Yeah, we did a gift exchange with our friends. Like we would give ourselves like robes, because we had robes there. They were like $30, $40. Robes with our initial, like we'll have somebody, how do you stitch or whatever?
Yeah.
Do that, or like gloves, sweats.
Fix the mic.
Gloves, sweats, scarves, just the cool shit. Gold earrings.
How are you acquiring gold earrings?
We sell them on commissary.
They sold off like real gold earrings.
Yeah, because I can't wear fake earrings. But they were just like really tiny.
Oh.
But like little baby hoops.
I understand.
Watches.
What was the best gift you got?
The robes and sweats is always like the best. Or I got some Air Forces.
Who bought you those?
Girl.
Sick. Your Hyena?
No.
Oh, well, that's nice. What was the best gift you ever gave somebody?
A whole sweat jumpsuit.
To your Hyena?
No.
Fire. All right.
They had like fleece sweaters. Like we were, like it wasn't, it wasn't. It was nice. Honestly, it was really nice. Even for it was nice. We would look forward to that. Everybody would dress up, or we would have our clothes altered and. Like it was just nice. It was, I can't say, honestly, I really can't say that it was sad. Obviously, yes, I missed my mom and I called and talked to my son and asked what they were doing and things like that. But my main concern wasn't like, oh, fuck, I'm going to be sad. I miss my family. Like, I obviously miss my family big time, but I couldn't be there. So I wasn't going to hurt myself like that.
Uh-huh.
So
how did you guys do your first New Year's there? Same thing?
Same thing. Everything was always the same thing. Nothing crazy, We have to be in our rooms.
So out of the 5 holidays that you were down for the... well, go ahead. Explain what you were going to say.
Like, we had to be in our rooms. And we would just Happy New Year's and go to the hallway. We couldn't be in the TV rooms because it's closed down already. So... But when I was in Minnesota, we had, if you were like in the basement, it's like a dorm. So everybody's just right there vibing, like in their area. You can move around. And if you're upstairs, then it's a 4-man. So you have your little, you have your roommates. I call them roommates. I don't call them cellies. Because I didn't feel like in Minnesota there were cells.
I get it.
Because in Minnesota, Waseca was an old college.
So it wasn't built like a prison?
No. Just outside, obviously, has a big old yard. And no, it wasn't bad. Like, I don't know how it is to be in state, but kind of state seems like it's kind of a little more rougher,
Makes sense. What was the craziest thing you've seen in all those years that you did in Minnesota? What was the craziest thing you've seen during the holidays?
Honestly, just a girl coming back from having her baby, and she's like devastated in depression. Like, you just gave up your baby and you have to come back to jail, and it's just like you're just there. You went to give labor 2 days after you're back, and you don't have your baby, and it's Christmas, and it's like, that's extreme. That's extreme. That's more than anything.
Did you know that person personally?
Yes.
And how did you guys console her or whatever?
I mean, there's really nothing much you could really say besides, hey, you're okay? How you feeling? Do you need anything? We're here. She's, she was in pain. She just had her baby. She couldn't walk. It was like a C-section. And
my question is how was she pregnant if she was already in Minnesota doing fed time?
Well, she turned herself in.
Oh, I see.
And she was pregnant. She got pregnant, so it was time for her to give her baby up. Well, not up, but you know.
And did her baby go into like welfare, social
No,
services?
no, with the dad, with the family.
That's cool. When did you get out of prison?
I got out November the 20th of 2011, like 2 days before my son's 11th birthday.
And so that was November or whatever. So how was it knowing you would get out during the holiday season but couldn't actually spend time with your family because you'd have to go to a halfway house?
I did go to the halfway house for the whole 6 months. I feel that honestly, being in at a halfway house, it's harder. I think it's so harder. It's worse than being in prison because you're out and you're wearing your regular clothes, and now you could actually have your family, and your family is literally like 10 minutes away from there. And it's like, for me, it was really hard because it was my first time seeing my family, my mom and my sister and my son, for like 3.5 years, because I didn't get not one visit when I was in Minnesota.
So they did visit you for the holidays in your halfway house?
Yes, obviously, but it's, you're in the...
How long is the visit? Are you in, like, what is it, private visit? Or?
No. It's like, you're in the day room, like in the kitchen, and the day room is kind of like the kitchen area where you go and you eat, and the TV's there, but it's like, there's like tables and all the families come and you just sit at the table. So I feel like that's even harder on, like, for me, it was hard. I feel like it was like harder on my son. Like, I'm home and it's like he's still like, it just feels uncomfortable. Even though it's happiness because I'm out and I'm able to hold them and see him, but it's still so awkward because I haven't seen them in so long.
So how was that first visit? Was it awkward?
It was really awkward. It was only like, it wasn't a long time. I think it was only like a 2-hour visit because I was just fresh home. I didn't get to have the opportunities or like the
privileges.
The privileges, exactly. The privileges like everybody else, because I was just fresh home.
So what made the visit awkward?
That I feel like I didn't have that bond with my son at all.
Because he wasn't behaving.
He wasn't behaving. I mean, I don't know how we were supposed to behave. He hasn't seen me since he was like 5 years old, and now he's freaking 11. So I don't know him, and he doesn't know me. So what can we really talk about? How was your day, son? Like, awkward. My mom and I were obviously talking, we're happy we're back home, and what are we going to do?
But obviously he did recognize you as his mother.
Oh, yes, of course.
Shit was just weird.
It was just, different. Not like what people think. Oh, I'm home. I'm going to get embraced with all this love. Like, no, doesn't work that way. Like, I mean, obviously it does. But, it was, my mom embraced the love and my sister, but the baby was like, hey, mom, like, I don't know. It's different. I can't explain it.
I get it. Well, I obviously know him personally, so I could understand how that actually played out.
We were happy.
Well, yeah.
We were super happy, but it was just...
Did you guys exchange any gifts of any sort?
No. I mean, they brought me clothes.
I just mean like for the holiday visit or whatever.
No, I don't recall.
And so what did you do for New Year's in the halfway house?
They were just there. Nothing.
How different was it from the feds to the halfway house? Because obviously you're out.
It just feels worse because you want to be outside. You could hear the gunshots. And then I'm like, and I'm in Miami where like literally Calle Ocho is right there, like you could hear, and we just can't go anywhere. We have to be in our rooms. We had our roommates. I probably was asleep. I don't really remember, to tell you the truth.
And so I guess 6 months later after the halfway house is probably the spring. So what was it like for your actual first holiday completely free? Where were you? How was it?
My first holiday completely free. It was probably 4th of July.
No. How was your first holiday, Christmas holiday season?
The next year, you're saying. Oh, it was good. It was like, It was nice. We got super dressed up. I wore heels.
Where'd you go or what?
No, we just stayed at the house. We just stayed, but we got dressed up. It was nice. It was nice. We ate. It was nice. It wasn't. I mean, I was just happy that I was home. Like, I didn't want to like be in the streets. I didn't want to be like how I thought I was going to want to be. Like, I just want to go out and have fun. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it was what I wanted to. I wanted to be with my family.
So during your first Christmas, did you buy a bunch of gifts for your son and your mom and your
Yes,
sister?
I definitely bought gifts. I was already working. I bought myself gifts. I did buy gifts.
Nice. Do you recall what your favorite gift was when you were fresh out?
No, probably shoes. I always like shoes. I'm a shoe person. So no, I don't. I know I got my son a bike. He's always been a gamer. Probably game card, like, GameStop card. Took him. It wasn't crazy, especially because it's not cold in Miami, so it doesn't feel the same, if that makes sense.
I get it. I've been there. It's hot as shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool, but I wore boots, but I didn't have a jacket, which is like weird, right?
How was your holiday season when we first started dating?
When we first started dating?
Yeah, then we started talking like around November or some shit.
And Christmas? I don't even remember what I did that year.
Scandalous. Sounds like cap. Sounds like you're up to some shit, G.
No, I think I was just home with Marlon.
Nah.
This wants to date me right now.
So, how do you spend your Christmases now?
With family. Now my Christmases are just at home with you and my kids. My mom, if she works, if she doesn't, she comes. I don't like to spend my Christmases with people that I really don't spend my year with. And I enjoy my Christmases at home. I cook, or we cook, or now we order out, but I don't know. It's like, I feel like it's like a new thing that I've done. Like, if I didn't spend time with you throughout the year, like, I don't want to go hang out at your house just because it's a family house. No offense to the family or anything, but you know what I'm saying? This is my family. This is what I prayed for. This is all I wanted to do when we were incarcerated. Just spend time with my family. I don't want to go out and hang out in the street, like, or party, or even New Year's. I don't think I've ever had a New Year's where I actually went out and got like super dressed up. I don't think I've ever had one.
Do you want to?
I don't know. Ask me next year. Ask me this year. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I don't want to, if I have to get super dressed up and go out, that means I can't take my son. And so why would I want to go spend my New Year's without my kids? Does that make sense?
Sure.
And that's all I care about is just my little family.
What does your perfect holiday look like?
I think last Christmas, not this one, was a perfect Christmas. Because you and I, my sister, we made tamales. We made, what did you make?
I don't know. Probably lamb chops or some shit. Or
We
prime rib,
cooked.
I don't know.
And we just hung out. We watched TV. Yeah. Because the year before that was like COVID and we were all sick. This year, we were actually getting better from the sickness because I was sick. So we really didn't do anything at all. I don't even think we cooked.
When?
This Christmas.
I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even freaking remember it.
So, what else?
I'm just glad we made it another year. It's 2024, guys. New year. I've never felt better. And I just want to continue to just do what I do.
Which is what?
Take care of my family and work on Indicted and the LA Tooth Fairy. I want to continue to do exactly what I've been doing.
What about the food community?
I don't know.
You had fun at the food community event.
I always have fun no matter where I go.
All right. Anything you want to leave the people with before we clock out?
I appreciate all of you guys' support. If you're just coming home, just stay focused. Don't try to rush home to spend time with your families, because you're going to have a lot of years. And if you're one of those people that wants to come home so bad and comes home and doesn't spend time with their families, did you really want to come home, or did you want to come home and party? You know, you gotta choose what's best for you, not for what you missed and things like that. Just stay focused and enjoy your freedom. Get a taste of being free, because you don't actually get the taste of being free till you're out 1 or 2 years completely. Because your first year, you're just kind of still trying to like find yourself. And like even me, like I've told you guys, I've been out for like 15 years, probably, almost, not yet. And I am just feeling that I'm just where I'm supposed to be, barely. Like I'm just barely feeling like, wow, is this how I'm supposed to live? So don't rush, because if you rush, you definitely are gonna stumble. And it is stressful being out here. The streets ain't for the weak, you know. It's hard. It's hard. So don't lose yourself trying to rush, basically. And that's it. I wish everybody lots of wealth, prosperity, health throughout 2024. And that's it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram.